Hello, our War Council Army. It is so nice to see you in this new year of 2024. Today, we are opening up the panel to you guys to join us. Just to let you know, all you need to do is join the super chats and put in a $5 minimum to join the panel or ask any questions that you want asked, and we will answer them for you. We have a lot to talk about today, a lot of fun, a lot of drama, a lot of cool stuff surrounding this card happening this weekend, UFC 297. Strickland versus Du Plessis. And we have your host, Jamahal Hill. Sir, how was your holiday?
What's going on, everybody? First of all, and holiday was all right. Holiday was good, you know. Had a rough New Year's. I'm not gonna lie, I went a little hard on New Year's. But I've been smooth ever since then. Keeping it clean, working hard in the recovery. It's been a long process through recovery. Had to cut loose. Got a couple of my boys out here, so, good times, good stuff.
Bringing the new year strong?
Yes, ma'am.
So this fight is the first pay-per-view fight of the year, right? You went to the last fight, which was the first fight of the year. How was that?
It was pretty good. I did a breakdown video of kind of covering like the main event and things like that. But the card for itself was pretty decent. It was a bunch of young guys getting their shot, making their debut and things like that. And some of them, for the most part, a lot of them showed up and they turned out some brutal knockouts, some action, some back and forth action. A couple wars, but. It was an entertaining fight. I'm a fan of the sport, so I always get to lock in live and check it out. I have fun doing that. So that's the thing. The main thing I've been tapped into. Y'all see it.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you about that jersey.
I got to make sure my guy over here, he a 49ers fan. I got to make sure he see it so he know what it is. Like, yo, with your little funky hat.
That's why you wore it?
Of course. So this weekend, this Lions' first home game in 32 years, first playoff win in 32 years, since they was led by this man. They play this Sunday to secure a spot in the NFC Championship game, and I'm sitting high with confidence. I'm sitting high with a lot of confidence. If y'all know what this Sunday is is exactly to the year that I became a champion for the state of Michigan in Grand Rapids, and I think the Lions at home in Detroit in Michigan are gonna get it done, and we're gonna be in the NFC Championship game with a chance to snap our shot at the Super Bowl.
That's a special day for you
against the Packers, probably against the Packers.
Well, you remember that stat? I got it. You remember that stat I threw at you when Lions were horrible, when they won one game in one season, won one game the next season. They won the week or the same weekend you won, because I think you hadn't fought in a year, and you would won. They won the next day, and then a year later when you fought, they had their first win of the next season the next day. So you are good luck for the Lions. I will admit that. I think it's looking good for them to move on to the next round, but I don't know about winning the NFC Championship.
We're going to see.
Which if you were allowed to bet, we would have a wager.
Y'all let me know if y'all want me and Quan to watch this live together. And me all up in his face, him cheering on his guys and me cheering on the true champs and the winners.
Yo, I'm already reading these comments. Y'all are cracking me up. I missed you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so was there anything surrounding this card that kind of got your attention? Like any talk, any buzz, any...
Oh, my bad. I got caught up in the chats, bro. Y'all is funny. Oh, because they're funny.
Did you see that? He said you don't read books.
Sister. Yeah, y'all read books.
He just stares at them until he gets the information he wants.
Hey, do not get me started, man. Look.
I've never heard that before.
Nah.
Guys, all black people don't look alike. Just have to put
Facts.
that out there.
Facts. Just got to throw that out there. Assholes. Lucky I love you guys. But no, seriously though. This card though. The card UFC 293. 297. My bad. I always get mixed
It's
up
okay.
with the
You've been
numbers,
sleeping.
you know.
You've had a lot of sleep, a lot of rest, a lot of recovery since
So
the last show.
yeah. But for the most part, the prelims, like as y'all know, a lot of the times on the prelims, most of these guys, they're breaking in a lot of guys around this time of the year. New guys getting their chances and things. So for the most part, some of these guys are unknown to me. Outside of maybe Julia Roberts, she's obviously she's gonna do what she does. Submission artist, wants to get it to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
This is a fight that I'm interested in watching on the prelims. You know, I like to give y'all a few prelims that I'm checking out, that I'm interested in seeing. Charles Jourdain versus Sean Woodson. Charles is explosive. He's athletic. Charles is a very, very tall guy for the weight class. I believe he's 6'1", 6'2" at featherweight, which is absolutely ridiculous. He has really good boxing, really good flow to his fighting. I'm looking forward to that one. That's definitely, I expect that one to definitely be a banger. We could get a really good, exciting stand-up war here, because Charles Jourdain likes to do a lot of athletic spinning techniques, kicking techniques, flying techniques like that. And Charles wants to walk you down and put them hands on you. So that's gonna be an interesting thing. I look for Charles to find good range. I will wait. Sean
Woodson.
Yeah, Sean Woodson. I got Charles Woodson, you know, like Michigan. I'm just all Michiganed out right now, bro. Y'all just don't understand. Michigan just got the title. The Lions working on another one. Sweet Dreams on his way back. Times is great in Michigan right now, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I think Sean come out, establish good range, walk him down, pick him apart from good range. I think Charles would be better served trying to mix it up, mix in with the kicks, try to attack the legs a little bit, and controlled explosion. Not too much just wild and just out there explosion. You know, just for the sake of trying to be explosive and trying to be athletic and things like that. I think if he can come in smart and intelligent and control that explosive things, that'd be the best chance that he would have to win this fight. That's just my thoughts. I know Brad Catone a little bit from The Ultimate Fighter, but I don't know the other guy. I know Brad Catone is pretty well rounded. He's been around for a while. Not really sure about the other guy. I believe the other guy is a striker. I think I have seen him fight before. I believe he's a striker. He was submitted by what's that? African kid, David Omaha
With Brad?
I don't know, but yeah, he fought the Garrett Armfield kid. So he's facing pretty good competition, and he's pretty good. That should be a pretty solid one. I don't really know too much to give you really any detailed breakdown about that one.
Oh, David Onama.
Yes, Onama.
Yeah.
Onama. That's his name.
I was like, I don't see that on his recent fights. There's a couple.
Yeah, so I think it's some pretty decent action. Should be some pretty decent action. I think for the most part, the most action on the card that to look forward to lies on the main card. That's where we're gonna stay focused at for the most part, just because that's where I'm most knowledgeable about the guys at. Like I'm looking at this card. I've seen most of these guys fight on the that are on the main card.
Yeah, it's a pretty top heavy card.
Yeah.
So for our first bout is our featherweight bout. We have Arnold Allen, ranked number 4, versus Movsar Evloev. Guys, let me know if I'm saying it wrong because I know you will. He's ranked number 9. Let's see. Arnold is 19-2. Masvor is 17-0. Their fights on their average fights, they pretty much almost go the full fight, like all rounds. 50% or more, both of them, for their takedown accuracy and takedown defense. So what do you think about this fight starting out the main card?
I think it's a really good fight. The Mozart, how the fuck you say his name?
Mozart?
Evloev? Mozart. So we're gonna say Mozart first.
Mozart.
I'm gonna call the motherfucking Mozart. 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 What? Mozart. Whatever. Yeah, he's undefeated, I believe. He's undefeated. He's 17-0.
Mm-hmm.
And he fought, his last fight was against Diego Lopez. And Diego Lopez has now become one of the more dynamic up-and-comers in the UFC. And granted, Diego got that fight on short notice. I say Mozart. That dude.
The guy.
No, I'd say he handled it. He handled himself fairly well because he came in. Diego's dynamic. Even on short notice, he came in ready to fight, explosive, throwing great strikes, good submission threat, and Mozart kind of pretty much handled him. He was able to control him, get him down on the ground. He was able to hit him standing up and flow through the punches. He's really, really tough. He's as tough, and I'd probably say as dynamic as a Diego Lopez, because my bad, my mouth is dry. Just in the fact that he won the fight. It was a dynamic fight. It was high pace, high activity between the two of them, and we've seen how the young dog is, and for him to still get that win, and that's not it. He's also got a win over unanimous decision win over Dan Ige. He's got a win over Mean Hakeem. So he's beat some guys. And he's been tested. Now, what I'm seeing is he's not really much of a finisher. He's more of a decision guy. Tom Allen's a finisher. Tom Allen's coming in to throw hands. He's coming in to bang. He's coming in to take your head off, essentially. His performance against Dan Hooker, who was coming down from a bigger weight class, was he had a size advantage. I believe Dan Hooker has a size advantage at 155. I believe he's a pretty tall 155. So for him to come down to 145, and for Arnold Allen, is that his name? Arnold Allen to have the performance he did against him, to where he just kind of essentially just walked through his shots and was willing to trade with the bigger guy and just rocked him, got him on his back foot and just kind of poured it on him and was able to finish him. I believe like clenched him elbows and things like that. So yeah, man, it's a solid matchup.
They have the guy winning for the odds on this one.
Yeah, the guy is good though. The guy is good. He's good everywhere. I think for him his main thing is going to be to try to get Arnold Allen down and try to control him on the ground for the most part. Arnold Allen's coming in off of his experience. His last fight was against Max Holloway, which he won all 5 rounds. He was able to TKO Calvin Kattar. He TKO'd Dan Hooker. He was able to beat Sadiq Yusuf. Like,
yeah,
the kid is good. The kid is game. I think, for the most part, I think he just kind of keeps it standing. Keep your distance. Good range. Good technical discipline, and fundamentally sound on his on his strikes, on his outside long shots and things like that, and work off of those to kind of beat him up first before the guy's ever able to get inside, and get on his legs and able to kind of make it a little bit more scrappy. Because the fight that I did see live, he just made it scrappy as shit. And Diego coming in on short notice, it's tough. It's tough, especially when you got a guy that's willing to just have a hard fight to get the victory. So, yeah, I think Mozart for the guy. I think the guy, for the most part, needs to get in, make it a dirty, make it a close, grimy fight. Try to wear on him. I wouldn't really suggest, from what I seen, because Diego was catching my man's, and even on a short notice, so he can be caught standing up. And Arnold Allen is definitely game. He knows how to find strikes. He knows how to land. He knows how to pour it on. So I think he should probably get to him, clinch him up, dirty box him, drag him down to the ground, kind of make the fight a little bit more rugged like that. And Arnold stay clean from the outside and try to pick him apart from there.
Did you want to take a certain point to look at these super chats? Have we had a lot come in? I saw a couple, but they were just kind of... There's so many comments, they kind of get lost. From Huzefa Kapadia. I hope I'm saying that right. Hey, I'm from Michigan and friends with Justin James. He always speaks very highly of you. Can't wait to see you fight Alex P.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you. And yeah, shout out to Justin James too. Justin James is solid. Always been a great dude. Always super helpful, respectful whenever we interact and things like that. So yeah, I got nothing but love for Justin James. And yeah, I appreciate that. I can't wait to be back, man. I can't wait to be back. And it will be. It won't be as long as some won't be as long as some think.
Yeah, I saw another one. And another one. I'm not saying it right. And another one. Max Crow. I have MBS, Jillian Robertson, Mike Malott. Malott? Is it Malott or Mello? Is it Malott? I say it like it's wine. And can you guys tell I drink wine? And Chris Curtis. Those are his picks.
You said who?
MBS, Jillian Robertson, Mike Malott, and Chris Curtis. Those are the ones that he chose for.
Oh shit! You reading the super chat? I thought you were looking at the fights. I was about to say. What
oh no! They're just sharing their picks with you.
Okay. Bueno Silva. It's not bad. That's not a bad parlay.
I think it's good.
Hey, that parlay.
Actually, I think that's pretty spot on.
That parlay. Hey, that parlay is definitely Sweet Dreams approved.
All right. Are we good to go ahead and go on to the next fight?
Yeah.
All right. Our next one is our middleweight bout with Chris Curtis, ranked number 14, versus Marc-Andre Barriault.
McCondre.
Oh my gosh.
Condre, yeah. I remember that one.
Oh, okay. Did you get corrected on that one? Or did you say it wrong before, or you just remembered hearing it?
I just remember hearing it.
Oh boy.
I remember last time when he had a fight, I was butchering his name, and then I was like,
oh,
I've heard his name.
That's usually how
I was like,
learn.
wait, I've seen his name before.
Yeah.
I remember it.
Yeah. Okay, Curtis, we have 30-10. Yeah. 30-10, 1 no contest, which is the one he's coming off of. I believe it was back in June or July. And Barriault is 16-6. He also has 1 no contest, but he's coming off of a win. I'm excited to see Chris fight again. What are your thoughts on this one?
I think it's a good fight. I think it's a pretty action-filled fight. I don't think this one will go all 3 rounds.
Yeah.
I did not see this one going all 3 rounds. Well, my take from McCondre is he's a tough guy. He's tough. He has some skill, but he lacks certain fundamental things like basics, like his striking. Whenever he overextends, he drops his hands. He's not really his positioning with his feet isn't exactly the best and where it needs to be. And the only reason why I say this and I start with saying this is because I know Chris Curtis very well. You know, and I know Chris is a guy that's going to walk and get in a good range. He's very good at staying at moving around in the fight with his feet under him. And whenever he's ready to unload and ready to hit you, he's ready to not only land one good shot, he's ready to land multiple, and he's ready to follow up, and he's ready to follow up clean. And he understands, he has a good knowledge of boxing and understanding of boxing. And he rolls with punches. He rolls with punches and he rolls inside the pocket, inside the chaos very well, which is something that McCondre kind of, whenever he gets in those, I've seen him times where he kind of swing big and then just kind of just try to duck his head down. That's not something you want to do with a Chris Curtis. I think for Chris, he should just do what he does, his normal thing, just kind of walk him down. I think he should work the jab, be very, very useful, very, very heavy on using his jab. Get him inside the pocket and beat him up inside the pocket, and also utilize a lot of feints, good feints to make him guess and make him swing big and throw those shots that he overreaches from, that he makes a lot of those mistakes on, that he will be able to capitalize on, and I think it'll be to be able to finish the fight possibly. For McCondre, I think Jack Hermanson laid out a really good game plan against Chris Curtis, which he kicked a lot because Chris Curtis does have that shell where he does want to walk you down that way. Yeah. I think that is definitely a way that he should approach this fight, with a lot of kicks. Kick him to the body, kick him to the kick his legs. You can kick at his legs. He's pretty used to that, so he sits heavy and he kind of throws it there. But if you kick to the body, heavy and hard to his body, that's what I would suggest, you know. And yeah, that would be the way that I see McCondre actually having some success if he was able to do that. Now, the amount of kicking that Jack Hermanson did in that fight against Chris Curtis and the gas tank it took for him to be able to do that, and he was still in danger there in that fight and everything like that. Does he have that gas tank, for one?
Right.
You know, and is he able to throw the kicks to that same effect with that same power and that same like a Jack Hermanson for that amount of time? I don't know. Not to mention the fact of the adjustments that Chris Curtis has made, because I believe Joaquin was throwing a kick at Chris whenever he caught it and it was able to end that fight. So yeah, but I would suggest that he definitely mix in his kicks as well as try to stay a little bit more technical and disciplined. But yeah, it's a great fight for sure.
Loaded. You want to do more chats, or you want to go to the next fight? We got a couple?
Yeah, we got some more. Yeah, we can do that.
Let's pull them up.
Chats in between between each fight.
Let's see what y'all got to say. Fatal Rights says you should do a collab with MMA Guru one day. I think someone brings up MMA Guru every single episode. I love MMA Guru.
His army is strong. His army is strong. The force is strong without one.
I think it'd be cool to do it.
Yeah, man.
Have him on the show.
We just got to get in touch. I'm down to talk to anybody, you know, especially somebody, you know, he's tapped into the sport. He watches every single event. He's tapped into all the news about the sport and things like that. I think that could be an interesting conversation. I'll be willing to have that for sure.
Has anyone ever had him on a show before?
I don't think so.
Would we be the first?
Good.
Fatal Rights, look at you. Helping us make more history.
See.
Lucas T. Fitness. Thoughts on the Potan Glazers saying you don't even deserve to be in the cage with him? Some of his fans are obnoxious.
What?
Can you say it or you want me to reread it? Thoughts on
okay.
Alex.
Okay. Thoughts on Alex Glazer. The Glazers things is what it threw
His
me off. I was gonna
fans.
say, what the fuck does that mean?
His minions.
Okay.
They're saying you don't even deserve to be in the cage with them. What are your? He says they're obnoxious. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I kind of got over the shock a long time ago that there are stupid people in the world.
And there's your answer, Lucas T. Fitness.
Don't matter. It really, because at the end of the day, it really don't matter. He's going to be in the cage with me. We're gonna see if he's everything y'all think he is. I don't think so, but that's why we get paid to find out. It's gonna be a fun check too.
Is it? All right, let's go ahead and go to our next one, our welterweight bout with our number 13 ranked Neil Magny versus Mike Malott. Let's see here. Magny is 28-12. Malott is 10-1-1. Magny's coming off of a loss, of course, and then Malott is coming off of a win. What are your thoughts about this one?
I think this is a good one. It's a good one for them to bring along another good prospect, because that's kind of where, like, I feel like they're kind of trying to stick Neil Magny at this point.
Right.
The Mike Malott kid's coming in. He's 10-1. He's a finisher. He's finished all of his UFC fights. Either we've seen submissions from him, so he has that skill.
Striking.
And a knockout.
Yeah.
So he can strike. He can do both. I've seen him fight a couple times. He's for real. He's one of those guys that's intense. He's an intense guy. He comes in ready to knock your head off. He wants to knock your head off. He wants to finish the fight. Neil Magny is always been kind of like more of like a laid back kind of flow, go with the flow kind of fighter, and like kind of take the fight how it goes. And against a guy like this, that can be dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to sit back and kind of just go with the flow. And then not only that, Neil's getting up there, and he's not as fast as he used to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe his if he bites off of a feint and somebody throws a good shot, he's probably gonna get hit with it.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah, Magny's most of his fights were finished by decision, and
yeah.
Malott's not the type of person, like, if the longer, there's just some people, like, the longer you stay in there with them, the more dangerous it gets for you, you know?
Yeah.
I think Malott's that type of fighter.
Yeah, I believe we watched him fight.
Uh-huh.
Where was that? Where was one of his fights? I believe he fought in one of the shows that we went to. Yeah, Neil's kind of like, it's like, what can you do though? Like you like what you see is what you get. Like at this point, is he gonna change it up and kind of start now kind of fighting with that dog in him to kind of press forward and kind of put it on people a little bit more before he just kind of hang around and just like his game to me, from what I perceive it, is just kind of hang around, be annoying, wear on you, kind of make them keep working, don't get tired, and eventually let them. He breaks people's will, right?
Yeah.
He kind of makes you not wanna keep working. He kind of tries to just outwork you rather than just beat you up, you know. And that can be dangerous against a guy like a Matt Malott. I like to see Neil kind of bite down on his mouthpiece and kind of get forward and get after him. I don't see that as him being part of his game, especially after like the last fight, but like Ian Gary was just like, the way he just battered him just off of leg kicks, you know, and he wasn't able to put anything together and actually get forward and get after him. I also seen trouble even in small things like his footwork. If whenever he wanted to be aggressive and get after him, footwork, like what does that even look like, him coming forward aggressive with footwork? Mm-hmm. You know, that's not something I see in his game either. I just think this might be just like one of those fights where like the young dog is ready to punch his ticket up into the top of the rankings, and the OG gotta show that he's still gaming, he's still here, and he's not just somebody to be pushed over and taken lightly. And he's going to have to do that revamping his game because the game that he's had up until now, the things that he's done, and he does hold records and all these things and all that, that comes with longevity.
Right.
You know, but I think he needs to show that dog. He need to show that. He need to show some dog.
So would you say that's the secret for fighters that have been around for the long time is just evolving? Because you can't necessarily just have the same game the whole time, until people start figuring it out. But it seems like the people that have been around for a long time, at some point, of course, people start to beat them at their game. So would you say evolution is
yeah,
what keeps those
100%
people
you have to evolve. 100% you have to evolve. Frankie Edgar evolved to push his career, the clock on his career, and have a little bit more time in there. Jim Miller, we're seeing Jim Miller. Jim Miller has definitely evolved. He's more efficient. He's more efficient with his movie. He doesn't make some of the goofier mistakes he made maybe earlier on in his career to where he gets caught with things. You know, you can tell the way Jim Miller fights. He fights like, all right, I've been here. I know what to do. I know what mistakes not to make. It's like whenever you're watching Jim Miller fight, it's like watching a veteran who's been on a job for like 30, 40 years. You know, like that factory guy who can do this thing with like that chef who can just chop and just can't and just can't. You know what I mean,
I feel like that's kind of how Robbie Lawler was.
Yeah,
he was in it.
Yeah, as he got down towards the end of the career, yeah, Robbie was another guy who evolved, was able to push it back a little bit further. He even went out with a bang, finishing a young guy and everything.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was definitely dope and good to see.
All right, let's go to our co-main event. Let's do some super chats before they get lost in the sauce. All right, from Nico Doesn't Know. Big fan, sir, from Detroit side. Shout out to the boys in the meh. Am I saying that right? Or did he spell it?
Yeah, he's saying mid. I get what you're saying, bro.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys, I'm from Texas. I don't understand that. I understand y'all and all that other stuff. What do you see your legacy looking like? How long do you want to fight for?
Oh. First of all, I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate the shout out. I already know. Shout out Ming Gang. In his face. You know what I'm saying? My leg.
Hold on, I gotta. Y'all gotta see what our producer keeps.
Don't, man. Get that out of here.
He's pulling this out every time Jamal wants to stun on him. So that's what we're laughing at.
All of that. Yeah. But my legacy, as far as a fighter goes, just one of the best to do it. I don't feel like I get the credit that I deserve, or people truly understand what they're saying or what I'm doing, or how difficult it is to fight the style that I fight and be as efficient as I am, and also still like be entertaining also while being efficient and still winning. I've lost one fight since I've started fighting MMA. In my entire time of fighting MMA, I've lost one fight. And I started back in 2010, 14 years ago. So whenever it's all said and done, I think my legacy will truly be one of the best of all time, because that's the beauty about this sport, right? No matter what anybody can say, or the if, the ands, the buts, or any of that, when you get in that cage with me, you actually have to fight me. That's when it's really real, and that's when they really get to feel it, and that's when there's really no hiding from the true reality of what I can do and how great I really am. So as long as I keep going in there and I keep getting put in there with guys like Alex Pereira, who everybody thinks is just this monster, and he is a great fighter. I'm not trying to take anything from him or anything like that. I do believe he is of a very, very high caliber. But to me, I'm of a very, very high caliber myself, and I believe my caliber exceeds that of any that we've seen to date. And I just want to prove it. I'm just gonna prove it. I'm just gonna keep doing that. As far as the time of how long I plan on fighting, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Right now I'm just having fun, bro. Just enjoying life. I'm enjoying being a student of the game, being a fan of the game. I get the best seats in the house. Whenever I go to these events, I remember whenever I was trying to like scrape up money with my boys just so we could be able to watch the event. Now I can just be there, and I'm just enjoying it, bro. I'm not rushing to the end of the tunnel or any of that. I'm just having fun with it. Yeah.
All right, Leon Sevna. I'm a fan of Patan, but still truly like Jamahal. I'm waiting for the official announcement. Best greetings from Brazil, champ. Hey, you weren't lying. They love you in Brazil.
Hey, man, I love Brazil, man. I love Brazil. It was, don't get me wrong, inside the arena, they were brutal. They were competitive. They were there to rally behind their countrymen, but outside of that, the people that I really, really personally interacted with, it was all love, all respect. They're very, very great people, very, very humble, and kind, man, kind, understanding, patient, things like that. Those are the type of people I encountered when I was in Brazil. It's a great place, and it's a place that I can't wait to go back to. And yeah, appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
From Minez. Who would be a dream fight for you? Prime Liddell, Wanderlei, Shogun, Rampage. Much love from the Bay. Can't wait for your return.
Oh, yeah, shout out to you too, bro. Yeah, definitely shout out Cali. I love Cali. Cali got the vibes. Especially fam. God damn it. Hey, yo, look. Hey, this for you too.
Flipping that.
He got you.
Look.
Got you.
Damn it. But yeah, no. My dream matchup has always been the same. John Jones. John Jones has always been my dream matchup. If it was one person that I could be like, yeah, I could cash it all in. Let me get this fight. That would be the fight that I would want. 100%. And yeah, bro, I can't wait to be back either. But still. But worry about that pack. Y'all gotta worry about our little dogs. You know what I mean? The little pups in our division. We the champs over there. Y'all gotta worry about the.
Was that our last chat? We have another one. Just a reminder for anybody who's hopping in right now, it is a $5 minimum if you want to join in on the panel or ask any questions. They do have to be related to what we're talking about, unless you guys just want to show some love. All right, and from X-Rando MZXD, can't wait for them to put your champ billboard back up on US 131.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Not just there. All over Michigan. It need to be rang. The championships. There's a lot of gold coming to Michigan. All right? There's a lot of gold coming to Michigan. We need to let it ring. Let it ring.
Was that our last one? All right. Okay, so let's head on to the co-main event. This is our women's bantamweight title bout. This is the first title fight since Amanda Nunes vacated the division as champion. So we have Raquel Pennington, ranked number 2, versus Mayra Bueno Silva, number 3. Pennington is 15-9. Silva 10-2-1. No contest. I was actually watching some footage on these ladies before we came in today, and
I'm pretty familiar with the two.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on this title bout?
I think it's wild not seeing Amanda in a bantamweight title fight.
Yeah,
I believe wasn't Juliana Payne supposed to be in this?
Yes,
Yeah.
So, and she states that they are just keeping the seat warm for her until she
got injured.
recovers. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She was hurt. She was hurt. Yeah.
So she's
Yeah,
at the
shout
top
out to
of the
her.
division. I believe
Quick
she's ranked
recovery.
number 1.
Yeah. It's a. I'm gonna be honest. Like Raquel Pennington to me is always like her style has always been kind of like a bully type style, like almost like the bully girl type style. She just seemed to just be overpowering to most of the girls that she fights.
Yeah, she has a lot of forward pressure in her fights.
Like I don't. She's sharpened up her technique a little bit more and more as over in recent times. Like from her being on the Ultimate Fighter, because I remember her being on the Ultimate Fighter. It's like, okay, yeah, she hits hard and she's a power puncher, but like her technique was horrible. You know, like she just was just trying to take people's heads off. But more as now, if she is focused on being sharp, clean, punching the right way, doing things correctly, I think she's definitely in consideration to be a champion in this division. Mayra Bueno Silva, though, she's well rounded. I think she does everything. I think she does everything well. I think she punches well. I think she strikes well. I think she grapples. Her grappling is her A game. Actually, she was able to choke out. Was it Holly Holmes? Was it Holly Holmes standing up?
Yes.
Yeah, she choked out Holly Holmes with the standing thing. I think she's gotten that same submission like twice now. So she's an ace with the submissions, and she throws. She sits down. I like the way she sits on her punches. She's not the most technical puncher, but she's an effective puncher. You know, if you can be an effective puncher, you can make up for the technique. A lot of the times I'm on the other side with Rocky. Some of the times the things that I see is kind of throws unnecessary punches. It's almost like that, like kind of like just chopping it out there in your face type thing. I think with Mayra Bueno Silva, she kind of comes forward and she comes forward like that, like how she's done before. She can't get cracked because Mayra dips her head down and she just tries to blast you. I think for Raquel, she needs to stay sharp. Be able to head up and see what's happening in front of her. Nice sharp jab, nice sharp 1-2, and be good and technical with her strikes and start and pour it on her. Good range, control, have good range, good eyes, good technical sharp strikes down the middle. I think for Mayra, Raquel makes a lot of mistakes in the striking. She kind of leaves punches out there, things she kind of tries to see a little too much sometimes.
Yeah, she does it when she comes forward. One thing I like about her is her angles. She tries to move her angles when she punches, but where she puts her face when she's doing that is very dangerous. And Myra's very patient. She's a very patient fighter. So that's kind of where I see that.
But Mayra can't be patient here. I don't think the thing for Mayra is to be patient, because that's the thing about Rocky's style. It's a bully style, so she's going to be in her face, and that looks bad. If you're trying to be too patient with somebody in your face, that looks bad. So I think she should kind of force her into a little bit of chaos, to force that technique out of there. Because sometimes some people, whenever they are pressed, technique goes out the window. You know, so if she can do that and then probably blast her there, or get to her legs, get her down, and work towards a submission from there. But Rocky's fucking strong, man.
She is strong. She's
strong. So I don't suggest her to try and come in and just try to grab her, and that's just her way to just get her down like that. But I think she could pick some shots, and she could land some shots on her and get some control, tie her up, whatever. You know, but I think she should work on her a little bit before she kind of works towards the submission. I think she could catch her.
Do you think this one would go all rounds?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think this goes 5 rounds. If not, yeah, I think it goes 5 rounds.
Yeah, there was a lot of. I think they had the most shit talking out of, because even
were they shit talking each other?
Oh yeah, at the press conference. Oh yes.
I wasn't even watch. I watched some of it.
Yeah, and even the stuff between Strickland and Duplessis, that was more like leading up to it, right? And then when they were around each other, it's like, hey man, you know, what guys do best.
Well, I think what it is, I don't think Dricus is a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? I think anytime I've seen him or I've been in around, I've heard him talk to people or he's addressed me or anything, he's a super polite dude.
He seems level-headed to me.
You know what I mean? Pretty much like that. And Sean is a respectful dude, and I think Sean actually understands people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for all of his crazy shit and antics and things he says, he's anytime like I said, you've seen our interactions and things like that. So it's like he's a really respectful, down to earth dude. I think he reached out to him and just let him know, like, hey, bro, like that's something that really, like, you know, because he cried on the podcast, you know, and I just seen the video, you know, he said, you know what I mean, you know, he's a man's man, you know, you don't cry and things like that, you know. So for him to break down about talking about that type of thing on a podcast, that's something that really like touches him. Pause.
I actually thought we would go a whole episode without the
ain't
pause.
Gonna catch me. You ain't gonna catch me. But that's from a place of like true hurt for him.
Right.
You know, so it's like,
yeah, it humanized him.
Yeah.
And connected him with everybody else, which I thought was actually
even though
really
he
beautiful.
say some wild ass shit.
Yeah,
even though he say
no
some
filter.
wild ass shit. No filter.
Deshaun, no filter.
Said some wild ass shit. But but yeah, I think he just leveled with him and just like, you know, yo, could you not do this? Well, let's keep it here. Ooh, this and that, and he respected it.
Yeah,
you know,
some people were pissed about it.
I ain't like it. I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't like it. I didn't like the whole like attacking that part of somebody's life to like something like that, where when they were a defenseless child and things like that is.
Yeah, it's pretty deep. So yeah, speaking of that, we can just go ahead and talk about that fight, unless we have any more super chats we need to pull up. No? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so for our main event of the evening, we have our middleweight bout with Sean Strickland, who is our champion, versus Dricus du Plessis, ranked number 2. Strickland is 28-5, sorry. Over here transposing numbers. And du Plessis is 20-2. So with that, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
So for this one, it's a great fight. It's a great way to start the year. Deshaun, if you will, getting his first title defense against Dricus du Plessis. It's an action fight, you know. I've seen Dricus fight live now a couple times. I've seen Sean fight. Everybody knows about Sean, how he fights. He comes in, he wants to do the man dance. He wants to get in your face. He wants to throw hands, you know, and see, you know, who's got the bigger balls, if you will. Pause. Dricus is game. He's down to get in there, mix it up, and to me, Dricus is a brawler. He's a very, very durable brawler. He's rounded. He can strike. He's got freakish power. I'm assuming this dude hits you, and he hits really fucking hard.
Yeah, you can tell he's very strong.
That's the only way. That's the only way. Like, it's just the effects of how some of these guys is just like. It doesn't look like some of the times he'll be out of position. He'll do something. And it's just like almost like it almost kind of will look like a day one dude in the like who's just coming in.
Yeah,
the
he has
gym.
an odd fight
He's
style.
like coming in. It almost looks like he doesn't know what he's doing.
So when
almost.
he hits, it's like where Where did that
he
power come
almost
from?
looks like his technique isn't the crispest or the pretty like the cleanest. He doesn't have the crispest or the cleanest technique, but whenever he whenever he touches people, it's like they just like the reaction is crazy. So I'm assuming he's just got like fucking sledgehammer hands. So with that, I'm and Sean's a beat you up kind of guy. He's a volume boxer, shell counter striking. Man. For Dricus, I think Dricus has to make this a brawl. He has to make Sean brawl, like throw, like unload, and like indulge in his type of fight, his type of chaotic fight, right? I think he can try to grab and grapple on Sean and things like that, but I don't think Sean's not easily taken down. I think Sean has a very, very good grappling pedigree. I think his wrestling pedigree is really good. He's good at staying on his feet. He has good balance. He's good at sprawling. He's a sprawling brawler. He almost kind of reminds me a little bit more. He reminds me of Chuck Liddell a lot. Sean definitely reminds me a lot of Chuck Liddell.
I think he's very measured and he gauges his distance pretty well.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I don't think his comfortability in the fight works if it's not that way. If he's not comfortable, set in, ready to fill in a good range and comfortable like that to where he can protect himself and land clean. Thing is, Dricus gets out of position a lot of times with his strikes. Well, the way he throws some of those punches, if they didn't land and somebody was actually good footed and good position, rooted and ready to counter, he'd be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
He would be in a lot of trouble with a lot of the punches that he's doing. Like even the one he knocked Robert Whitaker out, the one when he rocked and hurt Derek Brunson, kind of snapped, had him, the one that he had him on the cage and he hurt him on that one. He if he slips that and throws a counter, he's wide open.
Yeah,
he's wide open.
I saw that actually on watching his film. I saw every time that he was open after he would reload or throw, he would leave a hand down, like his whole side, either one side of his face would be open. That's something that I kind of, worry about. Of course, they have him. The odds have him. Actually, no, they've changed. They have Sean winning now. It was him earlier.
It was Dricus. Well, people are thinking like, Dricus, because of how Dricus was able to wrestle and take down Brunson. And we know Brunson's a really good wrestler, college wrestler. Right. That was his bread and butter. And Dricus was able to go and do that. I don't think that means the exact same will be true for a Sean Strickland, because he does still pose that threat to where when he can still stuff. If you notice, when he stuffs takedowns, he's still in position to land and hit you with something clean. So he still presents threats and dangers to clean your clock, even off of the takedown. Dricus does has at times shot hands down with his head exposed.
Yeah.
I think for Sean needs to crowd his space, control the distance, control him with pressure, crowd his space with pressure, kind of but play with that distance, like, right, like don't just kind of stand at one range. Kind of use your jabs, short to long jabs, to control that range where you can walk him down, walk in and out, put him up against the cage, and have a solid uppercut ready for whenever he shoots.
Yeah, I believe he's gonna.
Yeah, but not just an uppercut, but he needs to be in position where he can more than one. He has to be able to counter with more than one shot. All right, he needs to be in good footing, good balance, good position, good range. good angles. That's what Sean. That's the focuses that I would have Sean on. Which some of those will. It may sound like a lot when I say it like that, but a lot of those kind of take care of each other once you take care of, just are mindful of and take care of your position and things like that. It becomes a little bit more natural, and I think it is something that's natural to him. As far as Dricus needs to he's got to get inside, man. You got to get inside. You got to get inside. You got to get past that shell and find ways to. He's going to have to throw combos too. That's why it's going to be such a fun fight, because the way for both of them to win, you have to throw more than one. Mm-hmm. Nobody can just sit back and just try to pick a power shot to win this fight.
Yeah.
You know, and it's going to take work. He's going to have to mix in a lot of things, from the punches to the grappling to his grappling and other things like that. And he does that. He does that in his fights. He does it well, and he does it at a high pace and a high rate to wear people down, because I think that's the biggest thing. Because in a lot of Dricus' fights, he looks fucking tired.
Yeah, he does.
He looks tired. The only thing is,
I
think dealing with him, he makes people more tired than he is.
Mm-hmm.
Sean is pretty durable. Sean fights all the time, and he has that. He's just one of those guys that has that that stamina for a fight like that. I had to pause that just in case these motherfuckers be trying to catch me. They be trying to catch me. I ain't gonna let it happen. But I think Sean can last and can withstand that early storm and impose his will and kind of just stay patient on him and control the pace and things like that. If Dricus gets tired, like he's done in other fights, he's got a problem.
Now, Dricus did, for his last fight, he had got his nose fixed, which actually helped, because he said before that he had trouble breathing out of his nose when he was fighting. So it affected his stamina through a fight. He got his nose fixed when he fought Robert Whitaker, before he fought Robert Whitaker. And they said that they noticed a difference in his ability to, keep up in the fight better. So I don't know if that'll be a factor with this one.
Because for me, the finishing factor comes in for Sean. For Sean in the later rounds. Late in round 3, round 4, round there. Round 3, round 4, late in round 3, and then round 4, round 5. Those are when Sean can actually would actually be more of my likely favorite to finish Dricus, just because of the volume and how he's just gonna stay on him. He's just gonna stay on him. And Dricus doesn't have the footwork of an Israel Adesanya to be able to keep be evasive and still make you understand that, if I swing or swing big or mess up too bad, he can snipe me and make me pay for it. Dricus can counter you and hit you, but he's not a sniper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not quite the exact same danger. But
I actually have a question.
No.
I have a question because I see it a lot. After Strickland won with Izzy, everybody kept talking about Philly shell, right? All of a sudden. And not a lot of people can do it in MMA. It's not advisable to do it in MMA. Can you explain why it's not advisable? And then can you explain why Sean can do it so well?
I'm not gonna say I'm not advisable, because I mean that's kind of to a degree that's the same kind of way I fight. You know what I mean? I kind of fight behind the same thing, behind the shell, in a sense as well. You
don't see a lot of fighters do it though. Not
yeah,
in MMA.
I mean that's because if you time one thing wrong, it can be game over. But it's something like, it's a feel, right? It's not just like, oh, this is like whenever he's in there, he's flowing, he's feeling, he's seeing everything. All of his instincts are intact, and they're seeing the things, and he's already got defensive instincts and reflex set up to what he's seeing. You know what I'm saying? So that's where a Philly shell is developed at. That's how I develop mine, through instinct and things like that. So it can be dangerous just for the simple fact of the certain openings it does, but it has its benefits. It has huge benefits. from the defense to being able to counter and fluidity of movement and things like that. So yeah, he's got his yin and his yang like everything else. But I think that's why he's able to do it so well. He's just found that he's like, and then my main method of training is sparring. I spar constantly. I've sparred for years. I spar all the time. I've sparred all different people. You know, Sean does the same thing. He spars constantly, sparring all the time. You know, and you start to develop your comfortability, you start to develop your flow and your feel and things like that. And that's where he's gotten that from. I believe that's why he's able to do it.
So it's probably, that style is probably better for more fluid fighters or for fighters that are good with flowing with their punches and stuff.
For more, and movement, and have good. You have to have good movement, and you have to have good footwork. And you have to good feel for where you need to be at in the fight.
Because I saw a lot of people saying, "Oh, I'm going to start putting that in my game." I was like, "Eh,
hey, go ahead, bro.
You can try it."
Hey, you seen? I was just watching highlight knockouts. Hey, just give me more highlights to watch. If you want to feel like you can just go in and just do it just because you saw it and you thought it might look cool, rather than actually taking the steps to practice and learn it and actually what you're doing with it, go right ahead. Hey, be my guest. You know, I'm gonna start reacting to shit like that. Jesus Christ! I actually read one of these clips. Oh, bro, y'all ill, bro.
What, the questions?
Yeah,
or just the chats.
Some of these chat, like I just look down and see, like, hey, some of y'all ill, bro.
Sometimes most of the time, y'all crack me up. Genuinely, I love it. Actually, and then they start talking shit to each other.
we got a couple more super chats too. And I think some of them got lost on this app. So
did y'all super chat? Did y'all see? Y'all saw that lady on TikTok trying to get Sean Strickland canceled? I was just because of stuff, all that stuff that they were talking about at the press conference that he said.
The reporter, stuff with the reporter.
So I thought it was hilarious. I had posted it on my story today, and I was like, "Lady, I know, like, people think cancel culture doesn't work in MMA. It's just a different world, okay? And you don't step over into this world if you got thin skin or you get offended easily." Zarek Graham, y'all skip my chat. Did we? If it is, it should be in the queue, right? Y'all skip my chat, no worries. All love from Muskegon, Michigan. Jamahal, did you buy your own 1-of-1 UFC trading card? That shit sold for like $2,200. You're not gonna say anything? Did he have another chat in there?
No, I don't think I bought it though. I'm gonna be honest. My coach might have bought that. My coach might have bought that. To be honest with you,
we should ask him.
We need $200. I'm excited. My royalty check's coming up soon. I like it. Hey, appreciate y'all.
We have another one. Christian Borak. Hey Jamahal, do you watch boxing? If so, who's your top 3 favorites right now?
I do watch boxing. I actually just seen Bud Crawford today. He was at the PI. Yeah, he was at the PI. He was working out. He was working out, training right over there by us. Yes, I was dope. He was pretty locked in, training, working.
Somebody else said we skipped them.
My 3 favorite right now, I have to say, my 3 favorite boxers to watch right now, whenever I see them come up, I'm tapping in and I'm watching, is Tank Davis. I'm definitely watching Bud Crawford whenever he fight. And this is from the last fight. Before the Earl Spence fight, I'm gonna keep it 100. Before the Earl Spence fight, I knew who he was. I hadn't really watched him. You know what I mean? I hadn't really seen him or tapped in yet for real. But whoo, I won't miss another one. Lomachenko. I like Loma. I like Lomachenko. I like a few of them. Yeah, so I'm going to go with those for my top 3. So Tank, Bud, and Loma.
Those are good. I'm not seeing. I know we have
What
more.
you said it was another.
Yeah, there's a couple more. I think the app I'm using is not showing all of them for some reason because I am seeing it on the
It's like
on
the
the
comments
YouTube
are coming
in the
so
YouTube chat.
fast.
But here's another one, and then we'll get to some of the ones we're missing.
AJ Manny says Picograms had elbow and shoulder surgery. Jamal's recovering from an ankle explosion. It's almost time for Jamal to take the fat boy belt from him. He called it the fat boy belt.
The fat boy belt.
Heavyweight.
I don't know. I'm borderline offended, so I'm just gonna say fuck you.
Thank you.
Nah, fuck you.
Question mark? Is that a compusult?
Nah. But respectfully, fuck you. So I'm going with it. That's where I'm going with it. I just seen another one.
Ahead of that or behind it?
I have one behind that from Young Action Rap. Hey, champ, have you started back training yet? Is it hard for you to get rid of the gut compared to staying toned? What's the process like? From Young Action Rap.
I don't see that super chat, and I feel like as you talk shit.
No, it's right here. I'm looking at it. It's got a balloon.
It's just
next
not showing
to it.
up on my app to be able to put it on.
Action
on
Rap,
the
man.
screen.
You almost got my guy almost got the fade.
I love how your fans pay attention to all the detail of you.
No, I've started doing some workouts. I'm not in a full go back at training just yet, but we just had a meeting. I just had a meeting today, starting to work back towards that, working towards back to start to where I can get back to where I can start at camp. And that will be very soon. What was the other part of the question?
Is it hard to get rid of the gut compared to staying toned? What's the process like?
It's hard to get rid of the gut as opposed
Is
to
it
playing
harder
tone.
to stay toned or get rid of the gut?
Hey, look, bruh. Bruh. Of course it's harder to stay toned, bruh. You know
That's
how much
harder for
good-ass
everybody.
food it is out here? I'm out in Vegas. Bro, it's like one of the food capitals of the world. What do you mean, my boy? I just found a Brazilian steakhouse that's like $60, bruh. You heard? You feel what I'm saying?
It was really good.
So, like, chill on me, bruh. When I show up on weight, don't I? I show up and put on the show, don't I? Get out here with that foolishness.
And that was Young Action Rap's first ever super chat on a live stream.
I love it.
Fuck you too.
Tyler Durden, how would you fare against Strickland, and what things do you see that would give you trouble specifically?
How would I fare against Strickland? I'm the GOAT, bro. I'm just going to say that. I feel like I match up well against anybody. It doesn't matter who it is. You know,
Somebody says the beer belly has the power. It's a dad bod, guys.
you guys just want me to shut down? Is that what you want me to do? Just want me to shut down? Huh? Is this what you want? Nah, y'all can't bring me down, bruh. Y'all can't bring me down, bruh. Y'all can't bring me down. You can't. You just can't do it. What was the question?
It was Strickland. Where do you see him giving you trouble?
Strickland fights very, very similar to how I fight. If it ever happened where we go down or whatever, I think, I don't know, bro. Y'all be asking some weird questions. I don't know, man. I don't see nobody giving me trouble, bro. To be honest with you, to me, I'm just him.
You're him,
Like that. Timothy. Himmy Johns.
Mr. Himerson.
Mr. Himerson. That's me.
I think we have another one in here. Jay Weezy, how's recovering going, champ? I'm betting on you when the Yuri fight comes, assuming he wins his next fight.
Recovery's coming good, man. It's coming really, really good. I'm making great strides. I'm making great progress. I'm getting back strong. I'm getting back to doing what I'm used to doing, moving like how I move and things like that. As far as the whole Yuri thing goes, he's got a fight book. We'll see what happens as far as that goes. We got it's exciting times at 205. It's a great problem to have. Him getting a win, I think, puts him right back up there towards the title conversation for us to eventually have that business. Pause. Finish whatever business that we have or whatever from what that's definitely a fight that I still would like to make happen.
You saw the new chat.
And then what was the God damn it. You just made me lose my let me finish it.
It's not me.
Come on, man, y'all, man. Let me line. Let me get my shit off, man. Fuck. What?
Yuri.
What was it?
Yuri.
Right. Win a fight, nigga. Shit. Yo, man.
Okay.
What was the next one?
Oh, you about to see. Abu Habibi. Jamal, how long does it take for you to cut from 320? Love from Michigan. Go Lions.
Depends on how it's all that. Nah, for real though, that really only takes a matter of how long it takes me to get to your mom's house for these workouts. How about that? Hey, y'all go quit fucking with me, man. All right. Listen, is this what we on? Well, we
apparently
we supposed to be on here. We supposed to be on here talking fights.
It's the roast session.
We can go there if y'all want to.
Oh, y'all about to turn this into a comedy night.
We can go there if y'all want to.
Oh, y'all are so funny.
I better get up off me, bro. You probably saying that. You probably big your damn self, pal.
All right, we got another one that just came in. Are funny. Jacob Abbott, Sean O'Malley's coach Tim Welch tore his Achilles a few weeks back. Have y'all talked about recovery or anything? Did you know that?
No. I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that, bro. That's fucking horrible, dog.
Thank you for letting us know. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, thanks for letting me know that. Yeah. No, I didn't know that. Damn. Nah, bro. Speedy recovery to him, thoughts, prayers, all of that, bro. Because it's a process. It's a process, but he's tough, He and Sean gonna have his people's back. He gonna take care of his guys and things like that. So I have no doubt that he'll do what's best to make sure he's healthy and 100%. Because his guys gonna need him in his corner. Damn. What's up with all these Achilles injuries, man? It's a lot. It's a lot, man. It's a lot, bro. And that's wild, dog. That's wild.
I think we have a couple more coming in too.
Mike
Sold just sent in $5. Shout out, Mike.
It did that. Shout out you, Mike.
This is his first one, right? It says this is
his first one.
Chat.
I appreciate you, Mike. Shout out to you, brother.
Armando H. How did you develop your style, champ? Did you box before MMA? Your timing with the striking is very sharp.
Man, my fighting style was built on the job. I didn't box. I never boxed.
You didn't box?
I never boxed.
I never
went
boxed.
and boxed. I just had a very strong boxing base. My coach boxed, Johnny, my striking coach.
Okay.
He started out in boxing. And then he crossed over to MMA. He developed the system and the style and things like that. And I just it was kind of how I fit naturally. I kind of fit naturally to it. And we kind of evolved the style together more so as he started to evolve as a coach and I started to evolve as a fighter and things like that. That's why my style is so so special. It's like so special to me and things like that because it's like, you know, it's something that that started with our head guy Magnus. He was the creator of the MM Matrix. He passed it down to Johnny, and who passed it down to me, and me and Johnny have been tuning it for the last decade plus. So, yeah. And time it comes from a lot of fucking rounds of sparring and getting punched in the face.
Raptors fan Marek says Yuri will kill you.
Hopefully you got. Hopefully you got more than $5. Hopefully you got more than the $5 to put on that, my brother. Hopefully you got more than the $5 to put on that.
Y'all pay money to just make a statement and not ask a question? I'd ask questions if I were y'all. Riley, Jamahal, here is $5. Oh, come on.
What the fuck is we doing now, bro? What are we doing? What are we doing now?
I don't even want to read that because somebody's going to take the clip.
Do y'all even, don't read it. Do y'all even want to, y'all want to talk about fights or is y'all just here to bust my balls? Y'all just here to bust my balls. All right, you know what? We ain't read no more super chats unless they 10 and up.
I'm glad to see your fan base.
We ain't read no more
humor.
super chats unless they 10 and up. They're going to have to pay a little bit more to bust my balls.
Michael J. Sanchez, how do you think you would have matched up with the actual light heavyweight GOAT John Jones?
I think I would have matched up very, very well.
In his prime? Like
in his prime, especially back in the day. I think John's more dangerous now. He became more dangerous as of recent than back in the day because certain things he was so physically gifted and he was and his natural abilities were so well that he didn't pay attention to the small details. And certain things in the small details, I think I definitely would have got him on.
NS, props to Jamahal. Love your style. Those hands and that defense is wild. PS, that woman is bad. Thank you.
Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to you.
Is that our last one in
there? Yeah, so, I mean, back to the fight. Now we're gonna go back to it. We can get back into the fight, like to kind of like round it off. But like usually, you know, we play the game and things like that. But since we didn't have the guests and everything. A lot of people around the holiday. A lot of people aren't here, and then with Sean and Chris fighting, a lot of the fighters that are normally in town, things like that. A lot of them are on this card, so they're not there. I slapped the camera up here.
You moved my camera.
Did I move her camera?
You sure did.
Oh damn!
Look at You just had to hit something, huh?
Me.
Y'all pissed him off. He just had to hit my camera. He got mad at y'all.
No.
You just had to hit something.
No.
Those hands had to go flying somewhere.
No. No.
But
yeah, I'm gonna do a prediction. I'll do predictions.
Oh, we have another one that just popped in.
So my prediction for the first fight.
Hold on. We got a super chat here. You want to answer real quick? It's up on the screen.
No, we can get to that after I'm done with these.
Okay.
So my prediction for Arnold Allen and the guy. I'm gonna go with Arnold Allen. I think Arnold Allen's the competition that he's faced recently has prepared him. He's looked good, you know. Losing to Max Holloway, there's no shame in that. He's the pretty much like Volk is like champion, is like the champ, the undisputed champion. He's like champ B or some shit like that. Cause like he done cleaned out the division right along with Volk. It's the weirdest shit. Like it's crazy. It's one of those crazy things that you rarely see in the division like that. But I think Arnold Allen, his timing on his strikes, his pressure, I think he'll be able to find a good shot. So I bet more so on that. Second fight, I'd go with Chris Curtis. I think Chris Curtis is just a little bit sharper in the game that they both like to play. In the fight business, I don't think McCondre will just be able to explode and take him down. A lot of his takedowns from what I've seen are explosiveness, and he has to kind of explode to take somebody down and overwhelm them athletically. I don't see him doing that to Chris Curtis, and I see Chris being able to hit him and land good shots on him and beat up on him. Neil Magny versus Mike Malott. I'm gonna go with Mike Malott. I think Mike Malott is just more dynamic. I think he's just more of a threat to end the fight throughout the course of the fight. And I think Neil Magny just kind of sits back a little too much and is too accepting of however the fight comes to him. And I think that'll play against him in this fight. Mayra Bueno Silva versus Raquel Pennington. I think Raquel Pennington takes the L on this one. I think Mayra Bueno Silva just has too many different ways to win. I think she can catch her just as well as Raquel can catch her and finish the fight and hurt her. And I think she's way more dangerous in terms of the submission and things like that. And she's just unassuming whenever she does finish fights. And she's just dangerous like that. The main event. It's a tough one. I done gone back and forth with this one a lot. Like a lot. But I'm going to have to go with Sean Strickland. I think Sean, I don't think Dricus is going to be able to just overpower Sean like that and just take him down as you will. I think he's strong enough to get him in some bad spots. And I think Sean has the composure to stay calm and work his way out and things like that. And I just see Dricus getting tired, bro. I can't get over how I've seen Dricus fade after. Even when he like a Rob Whittaker fight, he did finish Rob Whittaker, but he was getting a little tired in that fight. You know, I think I seen that he was breathing a little bit heavy in that fight, and that fight he still ended that fight early. So yeah, I think I'd go with Sean to wear on him, and then eventually start to beat up on him and just get him out of there in the later rounds. Those are my predictions. If you make some money off of these predictions,
give a shout out.
You know what I'm saying? Give a shout out.
We got a couple more super chats that came in. From Tyler Durden. Who are the fighters not in your camp that you get along with a lot? You don't have any fighters in your camp, do you? Not like that.
Nah. I mean, like the outside of my camp. I mean, I get along a lot of them. Brendan Allen, Kevin Holland, a lot. I get along with pretty much most.
Cody
Garbrandt. Cody. There's like Cody Garbrandt. There's not very many people I don't get along with. You know, so that I'm just myself. I'm just real. I'm just genuine with everybody. You know, and it's just pretty much cool from there. Oh.
Well, just a likable guy.
I'm just a likable guy.
How can you not like a guy that likes cookies? Just makes you an asshole. NKS 432. Bro, with you, M8, Ankalaev was out of line. He actually had a shot before you. Couldn't even win the vacant belt. Oh, okay. Yeah, he actually did a video on this, but
yeah, you know what
go
it
ahead
is.
and
I know what it is, bro. We ain't even gotta get into that, bro. But yeah, we know what it is.
We got a couple more that came in. Parker Porker, thoughts on the UFC pushing stars nobody likes, like Sean and Colby. The people's champs are guys like you and Strickland who are authentic.
I don't tell nobody how to run their business, and Well, I know Sean is must-see TV. When Sean fights, I'm going to watch. Kobe, after that last shit, probably not.
People don't like Sean?
That's what I'm saying.
I love Sean.
Yeah, Sean still must-see TV.
Kobe's a little... I wouldn't put them in the same category.
I definitely wouldn't put them in the same category at all whatsoever. Sean is still...
And Sean is awesome.
Highly action, high skilled. And like, bro, Sean is a really respectful person, bro. Like, he's a really respectful dude. Like, I was at AZ, right? I had been on the road for a while. I was running low. This is one of the trips I was stopping in the city. Who do we call? Call Sean O'Malley. Comes, he drops the sugar bag off. Sweet dreams right back in sweet dreams right back in good graces.
Hospitality,
hospitality, baby. Hospitality. All right. Speaks. You
know. Team Floppy Ears. Y'all have some strange names. Huge fan here, Jay Hill. The belief that you have in yourself is unmatched. Where does that come from? And was there a specific moment where you knew you'd be great? That's a good question. I want to know the answer to that.
Show up.
Are you serious?
Bro, these motherfuckers,
we just had a moment.
Look,
Team Floppy Ears, I just had a moment with you, and I appreciate it. I'm going to read this again.
Blame your fellow fucking chatters. Y'all motherfuckers are ignorant, bro. Y'all are... Yo, I'm going to have to just, like, even outside of Workhouse, I'm just going to have to just start spending Friday nights with y'all, bro. Y'all are fucking hilarious, dude.
Y'all are fun. Okay, so...
Not no fucking nose candy. I ain't never...
Are you ready? Are you involved?
You niggas.
Okay, so... Says, huge fan here, Jay Hill. The belief you have in yourself is unmatched. Where does that come from? And was there a specific moment you knew you'd be great?
I just always had it, bro. The self-belief is just something that I've always had. I just didn't see why I couldn't do anything. It was just, whenever I seen something, it wasn't like, oh my God, I wish I could do it. It was always like, why can't I do that? Why can't I do that? Can I do that? And I challenged myself. I've been challenging myself just my entire life. More so than anybody can ever say, oh, you should do this or you should have this and that. I question myself, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I can walk around and be so sure of myself and so, you know what I mean, so confident in who I am, is because of how much I question myself and how much I check myself. And was there a moment that I knew I was great? The day I was born, son.
Really?
The day I was born.
That's not possible. How can you know when you're born?
It's something I always knew my entire life. I'm not even bullshitting. I knew whatever I did, I knew I was going to be great at it. And it was just because, I guess it was when I was a kid. No matter what it was that I did, I was always good at it.
You found it.
No matter what it was, everything just came natural. So no matter what it was, I was always good at it. So I knew once I actually was passionate about it and I really wanted to pursue like that, I knew I'd be great at it.
Manifestation King. Mischievous, Jamahal, be real. John Jones failed not 1, but 3 PED tests. On top of that, hid from USADA on multiple occasions. Does this eliminate him from the GOAT talk?
He's not my GOAT. I mean, for me, the GOAT is Anderson Silva. You know, which Anderson Silva also got. So everybody was on fucking steroids back then, I guess.
Yeah, because the rules
just
changed
like
and shit.
For me, Anderson Silva is my GOAT just because the level of dominance he displayed at his peak and the influence, bro. It's like the influence. Like, he's the reason why I'm here. Anderson Silva was the reason why I started doing MMA. Like, dead ass.
He's the reason I started watching it.
You know, so he brought a lot of people into the sport. I don't know if John had that same effect.
Rapids fan Merrick, can you answer this question? How will you adjust Alex's leg kicks when you fight him?
I'm going to say, ouch. And please, and ask him very nicely to stop. Please don't do
Please
that
don't do
no
that.
more.
Hey, bro, that hurts.
But I'm going to do it with my fist to his face. That's how I'm going to deal with those leg kicks from Alex Pereira. That's how you deal with them right there. See? I like this.
You asked
That's good.
nicely. Enter Pete. Yo, bro, I'm 5'4", 160 pounds and really want to train MMA, but I'm 22 years old. Is that too late? Also, UFC 5 disrespecting your ratings. Oh, the game.
Bro, my ranking disrespected everywhere. We ain't even talked about the pound for pound rankings and how the fact somebody that's not even ranked high as I is ranked behind me in my division is ranked on the pound for pound rankings and I'm not. As well as people that have been knocked out recently are ranked higher than me. And I'm not on it anyway. So it's a whole different. I don't even pay attention to that shit no more. It's some goofy shit. But it is what it is. But 5'4", 160, that's not right. Boy, you big. It's not too late. Hell no. 22 is a good age. You just got to get in the gym and just start working. That's it. It's all about how much you're willing to pour into it. How bad do you want it?
You can always train MMA as far as becoming a professional fighter. Is it too late for that?
No, it's not too late for that. You just got to get in. You just got to get in and dedicate yourself to it.
And be coachable.
You know what I mean? For real.
Be willing to learn where you're wrong.
People aren't the best just because they've been doing it longer. You know what I'm saying? Longevity helps. Time in helps. But I mean, are you special? Can you see the game? Can you figure out the puzzle that's in front of you? That's what it comes down to ultimately. Can you figure out the puzzle that's in front of you? I'm a master problem solver. That's what it comes down to.
Seth Matthews. Much love, bro. Big fan. Shout out Seth for the $10.
Appreciate you, Seth. The last one.
OG2K. Okay. I don't know if you have the chin for Platon's crazy power, but gotta start facing the top guys. Good luck, dude. I had to say it the way I thought he was saying it, you know?
Yeah, you said it how you dumb.
Good luck, dude.
What you talking about, bruh? Pop my chin down my... Come on, bro. Whatever. Thanks for the super chat, my guy. But hey, yo, look, we got this action going down tomorrow. I'm excited for it.
We have one more that came in. Did you see it? I got it. Oh, no, that's a different one.
Look, they going to keep sending these.
All right, this is... No. I didn't even see this one.
10 and up. 10 and up. We're going 10 and up now. After this. We're going 10 and up. I want to keep sending this shit.
Ngannou or Joshua? Who you got? Boxing.
Nah, I appreciate the chats, though. Hey, shit. Appreciate y'all. Ngannou. Going with the home team.
Gotta. All right, we got another one here. Do you see that one? NKS 432. Bro, you are one of the cleanest strikers I've seen. Like, amazing mechanics. If you hadn't said it, I wouldn't have known you were not a kickboxer.
I've been feasting on kickboxers for a long time. Especially Muay Thai kickboxers. Oh, y'all have no idea my history with Muay Thai kickboxers. Y'all see. But we got to go, though. We got to go. We got one last one.
Perfect time. And Tyler, again, how do you deal with most fans interacting with you in person? I hear a lot of fans are overbearing and annoying with typical questions and opinions. I could actually weigh in on this one.
Nah.
Nobody fucks with him in person. Nobody. Everybody's really nice.
They're all nice. They're all respectful. They're really kind. They just are people. They just excited. You know. They yeah. They're just excited. They're inspired, things like that. All like great things, bro. I have nothing but great experiences with fans in person.
I love
You know,
your
you get a
fans.
couple. You might get a couple idiots here and there that might want to. I ain't gonna say idiots. You might just want to get a couple people that get a little carried away. You know, but for the most part, I have nothing but love for the fans and appreciation for anybody that sees me and wants to come up and share admiration or appreciation for anything. I appreciate that 1,000%.
You have great fans. Between you and
do.
Wonder Boy, I think y'all have some of the best fan base.
But all right, man, there's been another episode of War Council. We got UFC 297, Strickland versus Plessis. We could have an and new. We know we're going to have an and new in the co-main event. I'm tapped in. I talk to y'all. Appreciate y'all coming in. Everything. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, all of that. Let me know what y'all think about the fights, some of the conversations we had, all of that. I know I'm tapped in. I be watching. Appreciate y'all.